Hello out there. Good morning. Welcome to the Heavy Montae's Morning Show. Now, America, a good friend of mine, a good MAGA friend of mine, I told you about it. You know, uh, he said that he is no longer going to vote for a Republican. And I ask him all the time because he goes back and forth. So I'm independent. But I told him to join the Heavy Montae's Democratic registration drive. If you are a Republican, register as a Democrat. So I am convinced, America, because he sent text message today on my mobile phone. Heavy ain't too good at these phones. I don't like them. Cell phones. I don't use them too often. But America, the Heavy Monte has said that the Republican voters are ignorant. And my friend said this to me. He said, and I'm gonna read it to you. He said, to be ignorant is to be a Republican. He says that it is to stand for the most base and vulgar behavior known to humanity. He says that it appears, they appear to be decent, caring, honorable, and empathetic, and Christians, he said, while speaking out of their mouth, religious being hypocrites, he said. You understand? Hypocrites, religious hypocrites. He said all they do is lie, and they are immoral, selfish, and they define themselves as Republicans. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit more, America. Now, so the Republican Party is always talking about somebody else. And the person who they're talking about, don't usually exist. They say the most vulgar lies, especially about the Democratic Party. And the Republican Party is cruel, cruel to the American people. Now, they put this guy, Russell Bolt, in charge, the architect of the Project 2025. You see, because the Republican Party, the House and the Senate, knew that. Republicans in the House and the Senate knew about Project 2025. So any Republican that told you that they didn't believe that Trump was going to implement Project 2025 lied to you. Okay? So right now, Donald Trump came out today with a text message. Because Donald Trump wants you to know he's kicking you in your ass. You know, he wants you to threaten you. He wants to choke around your neck where you can't freaking breathe. He wants a country to live in fear. Huh? You see. So, but don't fall for it. He is afraid because he knows the midterms is coming. Okay, America? You see. So he hires this guy, Russell Bolt, and all of those people who put together Project 2025. And Donald Trump said today in writing on the text that Project 2025 is the plan for America. And that his guy, the guy he put in charge, Russell Bolt, a racist, misogynist pig, who said by any means necessary he will create a white race. That's what Project 2025 says. You understand? That means that you have to kill about 200 million of us. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care about committing mass murder, America. You know, to get where they want to be. You see? So Russell Ball controls all the money. The Republican Party is out there telling lies. The American people, you got to think for your damn self. If you can't think for you, I'm not in your head. I'm talking about you maggots. You know what I'm saying? The Republican, the Democrat Party do not have any damn power. You didn't give them any damn power. They're weak right now. I'm a Democrat, progressive. So I'm weak. I can't do shit but talk on this microphone. You know what I'm saying? What's happening right now is that the Republicans have all the power. They control every branch of the government and that MAGA Supreme Court, you know. And they just don't know how to govern. So they're trying to blame it on the Democrats. They want the government shut down because they want to control that money. You understand? And excuse me, Russell Bolt, the OMB director, you know, he's got control of your money. He's going to really give the billionaires a bunch of money. Donald Trump came out yesterday with his lying ass and talking about he got $17 trillion. And everybody said, show us the money. Did he steal the money? He said he has If we had $17 trillion right now in America, that'll fix all our problems. So Donald Trump is a big freaking liar. Show us the money, the 17 trillion. You got Donald Trump, you lying ass. But America. So now you understand. You got good, you got evil. When I first started doing these podcasts, when I was a rookie, I'm still a rookie. I used to always say to people, Democrats good, Republicans bad. That's how simple it is, America. Okay, you know. Okay, now a big mega preacher, huh? Uh, owns a mega church, just got busted and went to jail. They gave him a sweetheart deal. You know what I'm saying? He was sleeping with the children, they say, and abusing the children. You know, pedophile on a worldwide scale. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You can read it for yourself. He got busted. They gave him 6 months in jail. That's what he gets. You see these mega judges? You see? The internet shit, man. It's, they got, excuse me, it's a pedophile ring. Now, we're going to talk about bad for a minute. And if I say that the Republican Party is bad, then Heavy need to, you know, bring some little something here, some words. Their leader is a convict, huh? You understand? The Speaker of the House, they said that he's sleeping with an old man. With an old man, he has one of these gay grinders accounts, a grinder account. You know what I'm trying to say? Or he's picking up male prostitutes. They say, you know, the press ain't talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They say he's sleeping with an old man, a preacher. You know what I'm saying? He a closeted gay. They said Lindsey Graham, closeted gay. See what I'm saying? They said Donald Trump, a freak too. You know what I'm trying to say? So the reason I say this is because these are the things that they put on the liberals and say that we doing that. You know what I'm saying? Well, we are the moral ones. Huh? We are the real Christians, the good guys, progressives. so so they're the bad guys, So the bad guys got this crook, you know, and the bad guys out in the House and the Senate and the Republicans and all these influences, because you can put together a great strategic plan to produce idiots. You see what I'm saying? Your goal, I need to produce idiots. I need somebody to help me get the message out. Fox News, then everybody saw how much money Fox News was making. Everybody saw how much money Wrestling Limbaugh was making. And these podcasts and influencers make a ton of freaking money. Some of millions and millions of dollars, like Joe Rogan and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big money thing going here, And the more, you can make these people ignorant and evil and take them away from God, the more money they give you. You see what I'm trying to say? You know. And so what happened now is that these bad people, which are Republicans, they think they're good. They think they're good. They think they're protecting babies and the unborn by beating and killing the mother and hunting her down like a dog and not giving her health care and not giving her control over her body. See, that's bad. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah. They say that black people who got been through all of this shit, tortured like slaves and shit. You know what I'm trying to say? The women raped, the children raped, and the men raped too. Because they had a big gay thing back then too. You know what I'm saying? Them gay guys back in the Confederacy had an army, they tell you. I mean, big farms and shit, making, raping men. That's how nasty the motherfucker was. Okay? So black people, right? So I put it out there. We're not trying, if you can put the statue of Robert E. Lee out, I can tell the history of my damn people. Right? Hope you don't like it. Hope you do something about it. Hope you feel a little shame of your damn self for even taking part in that bullshit. Okay, so that's bad. They don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? They always on black people case. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jesus. Shit. They hate him. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't lying. I'm telling you straight out. I took the wife, I told you yesterday, to the doctor to get some her standard medical tests. And I was talking to a lady, and the lady told me that Jesus was a white man. Okay? She's a Republican, a maggot. I ain't say nothing. I'm not arguing with her. Well, I did. I said, look, though, when I was walking out the door, I said, Jesus looked like me. And she frowned, stuff like that. That's how they got these people messed up in the head, man. Who cares? It's the message of Jesus that's important. Skin color is not important, not unless you're a maggot. That's if Jesus was white. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't. But they have a problem with Jesus being black. That's why you see him, in some of these churches, got blonde hair, shit, blue eyes, looking like that. That's how they want you to look. That's why you're in trouble with you so-called white people, because they ain't gonna be able to find too many people that look like this hat, and they can't find none, so they got to pick and choose. You Greek, Italian, so you barely made it in. They used to start saying Italians were black. I mean, we're white. So you gotta be can't be putting up with that shit, man. Like Clarence Thomas, he'll pass. He black, they say, but no, listen, oh, Clarence Thomas, he white. Took him, give him his freedom papers. See, people like that. So I use that comparison because racists, huh, come in all colors. You understand? In all colors. You got black racists. You know what I'm saying? And Clarence Thomas, to me, is a racist. You see what I'm trying to tell you? So when a white man tell you black people that they're black racists, they're telling you the truth. Okay? Harry just wanted to pass that out there. I don't want to be just one sided all the time, even though I am. but that's what you got. Good and evil. That's some good examples of what I'm trying to tell you. You can't find anything good about the Republican Party. There's not one redeeming quality, and that's a damn shame. Not one redeeming quality. And I tell you to go. It is a party of pedophiles and rapists, okay? Because it is a party of evil. You see what I'm saying? What type of damn political party kept all these people in red states knowing damn well that's where all the poor people at? Real bad. I mean, poor people. I'm from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So I know what's happening down there. And I lived in West Virginia for 7 years. I went all through Appalachia, like I tell you, all through the hollers. You know what I'm trying to say? Because Heavy loves America. And, most of the time, if you treat people decent, no matter what color you are, they'll treat you good. Because I'm going to tell you what, I had a damn good time in West Virginia. I was DJing at one of the local hotels in the city, living in a small town, pulling in the money, just having a good damn time in West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Those people love Heavy Montae and West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I never had no problem. You know what I'm saying? The only problem I had, is when the Republicans come in with the lying shit and telling people that black people and white people shouldn't hang out. You know what I'm saying? Telling people that, gay people shouldn't hang out with us. To hell. I had some great friends in Alaska. Matter of fact, they helped put together me and my wife weddings. Shit, man, them jokers had some dang on parties, cookouts. You know what I'm trying to tell you? And when you go to the house, there weren't any other gay people there but the two of them. I guess all their friends was great. Couples. I mean, the wife go there because we were friends. Because my wife was working with the one guy. You know, and I'm telling you, these are some great freaking people. You know what I'm trying to tell you? So, and we never discussed anything about them being gay or what's going on and shit. We just ate the food, have fun, dance, and party, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? But Republicans tell because they're bad. These people are bad. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to tell them that, if a person will be transgender, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm trying to tell you, America. I'm saying that freedom, okay, is freedom. Freedom to be an American. Freedom to live your life and be happy and not have Republican, low down, dirty dog pigs who are the worst kind of scum crap you can imagine because they got the election and they got in charge, by hate speech. But no one spoke about hate speech then. They said, you know, they called Heavy Montae dirty dog names like libtards. They called me a libtard, a bit retard, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Call me Uncle Tom. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I said yesterday, and I want to explain this to everybody out there who thought maybe I was not being fair. I said that I told my friends, and my wife will confirm this, that I don't believe in affirmative action. And my friend said to me, all my black friends, good ones too, they argue with me. I had debates about this stuff, right? But they never let me finish. They always cut me off because they were so heated by what I said. Okay. When I say that I don't believe in affirmative action, I'm talking about affirmative action for me. by myself because I don't want, even though it happened anyway, any white man or any so-called person to come up to me and say, "Hey, John, you're not, you got affirmative action," when I didn't need it. I was just as smart as you. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? The only thing that held me back was my race. All right? But my brain, I'll deal with any of you. Talk to anybody, debate any um, conservative Republican out there. Slice him up too with my words, because my words are going to be the truth. Because the Republican Party only have lies and hate. That's the baseline that they have for America. Death to a great nation. But what we have to do is we have to realize what affects you affects me. Now, I will give you a moment of heaviness. The Democrat Party put a roof on a house, and the roof was perfect. Okay? And the Republican Party get elected, they tear the roof off. And the water flood the house and tear up every damn thing. The Democratic Party come back, put all brand new furniture and shit in the house, put a brand new roof on. The Republican Party, during the years the Democratic Party is in control, is going around trying to destroy the country, telling everybody the government is so damn bad you need to kill everybody. Your neighbor telling you that your daughter, and your children who are liberals, you got liberals in your family. I got Republicans, maybe in my family, I don't know. They won't tell me. No, I'll say, they know me. I'm progressive. I don't be dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you family, if you vote for Trump, hear that shit. But anyway, all I gotta tell you is this much right here. Okay, America, Donald Trump and the Republicans are so afraid right now. They say that 600 Republicans are on the Epstein list. 600. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's coming out. And it's drips and it's drabs, and you can drips and drabs of information is coming out. And I think that Donald Trump, there's going to be some bad stuff that I follow about Donald Trump because they wouldn't fight so hard to not to let it go. You see what I'm trying to tell you? I mean, and they said that Jeffrey Epstein was, having these people hang out and do things with these children, and he was taping them and shit. Then he blackmailed them for 50 million. He might have some shit on Donald Trump. You see what I'm trying to tell you? I mean, Jeffrey Epstein did all that stuff, and they was gonna let him go. He wasn't getting a whole lot of time. They gave him an agreement that they weren't going to prosecute him, right? So he wasn't going to survive. The Supreme Court would have had to upheld his part of that when they made that deal with him. And Pam Bondi didn't prosecute him. He could have been walking. He still might be alive. The Republicans, you never know. I ain't seen no body. I hadn't seen no funeral. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the body? You know, we need to check this out because, you know, um, we need to check this out. All right, and all this stuff happened on Trump's watch. Trump didn't just be lying and shit. So I think that they're all covering up the Epstein files. Now, before I leave here, I want to say one thing: Democrats, the Republicans are always doing you tell the truth, and they have some, a big lie, and the lies sometimes works, like the lie that they're telling the American people about immigrants getting health care, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. I don't give a damn if you're who you are. If you're injured and bleeding and dying, you give a person health care. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna damn you immigrant. If you're an immigrant, you trying to and you hurt yourself on the top of a fence and fall down on the outside and break your damn leg, I think you need to the doctor first. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get help at least to that point. All right. So anyway, the Republican Party, that's the lie they're telling. That the Democrats won't do that. Okay, man, I almost made it through the day without allergies. Um, so I'm about to go. But anyway, I want to tell you this is what the Democrats need to do: say that they shut the government down because of the Epstein files. Listen, that's it. The Republicans shut the government down because of the Jeffrey Epstein files, America. It didn't make any sense. All right. Please subscribe to the Heavy Montae YouTube channel. Have a great day, America.